Well, this was a stinker. And it didn't help that over half our points came from one guy. That's terrible. So with that being said, here's the review. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Drew, better known as RockChalk01, and today, yesterday, whenever you're watching this, the 8th ranked Kansas Jayhawks headed to Ames, Iowa and Hilton Coliseum to take on the 13th ranked Iowa State Cyclones, and Hilton Magic was spread all over the place as Iowa State won by a final score of 68-53. Yep, what can I say? This was a crummy game to watch. And it's not giving Iowa State flack or anything like that. They played great. I'm just talking about KU. We laid an egg. And yeah, just putting that out there. We crapped the bed. Now, I will say there was a couple things that were decent in this one, but a lot of it was just flat out garbage. So with that being said, for those of you who do not know, I give positives and negatives about the game, give a player the game and a player who needs to improve. Without further ado, let's do it. Alright, positives. Not very many. The one positive that I do have is that KU did shoot better from the free throw line than Iowa State in this game, which surprises me because Iowa State is normally a good free throw shooting team, but it just wasn't the case tonight as KU shot 72% from the free throw line and Iowa State shot 56% from the free throw line. That surprises me that Iowa State did that poorly. And I get it that they only shot 2 free throws in the first half, but still, 56% for the rest of the game, that's kind of bad. And unfortunately, KU 72% edged them. So yeah, that's one good takeaway. So free throw percentage, or winning the free throw battle, is a positive. Another positive, rebounding. I mean, you can consider it that, but KU and Iowa State tied on rebounds, both teams having 32. I mean, if you really wanted to give the edge, it would go to probably Iowa State with 8 offensive rebounds to KU's 5. But, we did our job taking care of the glass. I mean, a few guys tacked in close to double-digit rebounds, which surprises me. But, hey, at least we stayed even with them on the glass, so I consider rebounding a positive. And the final positive, which also surprises me, and that is fouls. We actually did a lot better not fouling enough. I mean, there were fouls in this game, and I mean 35 total, but the distribution of it actually goes in favor of KU, as Iowa State had 19 personal fouls, while the Jayhawks only had 16. I'm kind of shocked. Yeah, I mean, still, 16's a lot, but the fact that we had a 3 foul difference is saying something. So we're getting better at holding our ground, not reaching in, not having all these ticky-tack fouls go against us for God knows what reason. But I'm surprised. So, yeah, not fouling, that's the final positive. All right, now to the negatives. First off, let's just start with KU shooting because it flat out stunk. My gosh, after having a pretty decent shooting night a game ago, the shooting night here, terrible. KU shot 39% from the field, 26% from beyond the arc. I thought we were improving, and it was all a 2-game fluke, is what I'm getting. But gosh, we gotta start making shots, especially shots that are inside the paint. We missed like so many bunnies that it's ridiculous, and I just don't know what to say. So yeah, shooting numbers in terms of KU's offense, that's a negative. Defensively, we didn't help ourselves either. I mean, yeah, these are okay numbers. And, well, 3-point, I'll give that credit. But, I mean, from the field, that's not acceptable. As Iowa State ended up shooting 46% from the field and 30% from 3. So, they outshot KU in both categories. But gosh, we got to do better defensively. There was a lot of mistakes that our starters made and let them get in. That led to blow-by layups and dunks. So we really got to do better defensively. So yeah, that's a negative. Turnovers. Jeez Louise. Turnovers. This stunk. And it's a drastic difference. Oh my. Iowa State forced 20 Jayhawk turnovers, which surprisingly is the most all season, I think. That's what they said on the broadcast, but 20 turnovers. Yikes. And Iowa State scored 19 off of them, while KU only forced 10 Iowa State turnovers and scored 8. We got to take care of the ball. That's all. We're laying eggs like that and allowing them to score and get these wide leads just because of careless turnovers. So, yeah, we need to do better taking care of the ball. That's all. So, turnovers, that's a negative. And the other negatives are nitpicks. And I might say that these are really not nitpicks, but points in the paint. Iowa State killed KU in the paint, 36-16. Oh boy. Second chance points. Iowa State won that 12-3. Fast break points. They won that, or Iowa State did, 6-3. And bench points, Iowa State won that one 14-9. I mean, 9 bench points still stinks, but at least it's looking better. We're actually getting point production off of our bench, finally. But it sucks when you have those 9 points and your starters couldn't do anything. So, and the points in the paint, good lord. Why on earth did we allow them to score 36 in the paint? Not only that, how many times we missed layups? We could have had at least 30 of our own, potentially, in this game. But we ended up with 16 and we lost by 15 because of it. So, yeah, with all those nitpicks out there, those are all my negatives. Player of the game. Not much to say except one person who scored basically half of our points, and that's Jalen Wilson. I give all credit to Jalen Wilson for keeping KU semi-close in this game. He finished with 26 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists in 39 minutes. Had a shooting night, going 7 of 16 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, but 9 of 11 from the free throw line. What can you say? He tried to keep this team in the game and do it all by himself because no one else was really having that point production come out of it. Well, I mean, one guy other than that, and I would say Joe Yesufu gets a little bit of a nod for getting 8 points in this game, but no one else had higher than Joe. 8. I mean, 2 guys were close, but that's it. So there's no question Jalen deserves the player of the game because, you know, the heart he showed in this game and basically having to take this entire team on his back in a losing effort. I don't know what else to say. So with that said, Jalen Wilson is my player of the game. Now, player who needs to improve. There's a few guys that I want to give nods to. But first, I want to say that Zach Clemence doesn't deserve it because he only played 30 seconds and went out with a bruised knee. Hope he's okay, but because he just doesn't have any stats except a block. So Zach's not it. But mostly the guys that I would say who need to improve probably have to come from the starters. I mean, shoot, there's multiple guys I could give it to, but I am going to give it to Grady Dick. And the reason why is mostly because of his turnovers, but also a cold shooting night as well. Grady finished with 7 points, 1 rebound, and 5 turnovers in 30 minutes. 5 turnovers, my goodness. Went 2 of 6 from the field and 1 for 4 from beyond the arc, along with going 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Jeez Louise. I mean, this was pretty bad, and I don't know what to say. 5 turnovers. That concerns me, and that should concern a lot of NBA scouts who currently have him, or a lot of mock draft boards have him going top 10 and maybe a lottery pick, that should concern you, especially. But I just don't know. It seems like he's been in a funk ever since conference play hit. So I just hope he gets out of it, especially when you still have tough competition coming up within these next couple weeks. So yeah, but for the sake of this game and for the sake of the video, Grady Dick is my player who needs to improve. And that's going to do it for my review of KU versus Iowa State. Again, the final score, Iowa State 68, Kansas 53. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Push that notification bell and tell your friends about these videos. And I should see you again for the next basketball review as the Hawks will return to Allen Fieldhouse to take on the Texas Longhorns. But until then, have a good day, never ever bring exotic dancers to the Fieldhouse, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.